Yes, yes indeed. I do have very sad, very unfortunate news. The stream mug, unfortunately, at the base of it, there is a seam. So you've got the horn that consists of the body of the mug, and it's sealed to some kind of flat plastic material that apparently, through the laws of thermal expansion and contraction, have come apart. That mug, right there, that mug. So, to take the place of that mug, I have broken out of storage, or not really, my Death Wish coffee mug. My Valhalla Java Odin Force Blend mug. It is not as grand, it is not as cool, it is not as neat, but it's still a great mug. And it still holds water. And it doesn't taste like coffee. Or coffee-flavored water. That would be unfortunate. But yeah, it works. So this is what I usually drink coffee out of on the weekends. So this is a lot of coffee. This is like half a pot of coffee right here. And when you make sure that it is Death Wish coffee, not coffee. No, this is not coffee, unfortunately. So that's where we're at. And apparently I forgot to turn my fan on because I'm broiling right here in my juices. Let me fix that. All right, much better. Also, you might notice a slightly different shade of chair color. Instead of like the worn out, you know, chair that was that had like bits and pieces kind of coming off of it. Oh yeah, there goes my green screen. Instead of having like bits and pieces, because it stuck to the bottom of my arms and made me look like a leper. No joke. It looked like bits and pieces of my flesh were actually slowing off of my bones, which was very strange. Yeah, we didn't need to do that. Also, there we go. Yes, exactly, and that's why I use it. That's why I like using it, because it is well worn and it works fantastic. Works absolutely fantastic. It is comfortable as can be. It has shaped and sculpted itself to my bottom, and it's perfect. We have a perfect setup like that. I have a chocolatey brown color sheet that I have wrapped my chair in, so now it no longer sheds on me and has bits and pieces that stick to me. So there I am, and that's kind of where we've gone to. That's what we've ended up having happen. So there's that. That is a thing. Little things, you know, little things. So it's kind of nice. It kind of makes it feel like a whole new chair, even though it's completely. Get a super comfy, fluffy blanket as a throw. You won't regret it. Potentially, I could do this. I could order a new mug, and I could order a new, like chair covering, and then just. I could like I could use like a whole bunch of staples and just staple everything down, so then it doesn't go anywhere. I could get like a new pillow. I could do a lot of things. I have options. We'll put it that way. I have options. Not the best options, but I have options nonetheless. Also, thick pile, fluffy blanket. It's like a hug when you sit. That is not a bad idea. That is really not a bad idea. You know what? Let's go over here to Ye Olden Arcane Enchanter. Don't staple because you can... Well, yeah, I suppose you're right. That is a very valid point. That is a very, very valid point. Also... Where is Ysolda? I have things to sell her. And of course, she's in bed.
Hello, my love. Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
It was like almost 90 degrees yesterday. It is, I think it was like 80 degrees today. Yeah, it still says it's about 80 degrees right now. Oh, it dropped. It dropped from, we had some crazy rain. We had some crazy rain. And it dropped from like 83 degrees, and now it's like 73 degrees, so it kind of came down. We have throw blankets on the sofas downstairs because cats, of course. They're washed every couple of days because they get covered. I'm pretty sure that if you actually took the cat hair and kind of balled it up, you could actually make yarn out of this cat hair and effectively knit yourself or crochet yourself in a whole new blanket. And it would be a cat hair blanket. Right? Stuff a pillow with it. Yeah, stuff a pillow with it too. That's definitely a possibility. Increase stamina by 60 points. Glass boots, glass shield, and unfortunately that is all that she has money for. So we'll have to go to town and sell some more stuff too, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, a pillow stuffed with cat hair. Imagine giving a pillow like that to someone who was allergic to cats. Perhaps you really don't like this person very much, and you decide that you are going to gift them an oh-so wonder. Why do I have multiple... I've got all kinds of stuff here. Why do I have another ebony bow? I like the looks of the ebony bow. Give it to my cat. Yes, they would be very confused. They would be very, very confused. This guy. Enchant. Enhance. Enhance. So, another really... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Another really cool thing is Friday the 13th, we did have a rather wonderful Forza day on stream, and it was an absolute blast. It was an absolute blast. And I appreciate everyone who did show up here and played Forza. Ooh, enchantment up to 93. That's a step in the right direction. Fortify Botta. I don't know, did you? Were you here? I can't remember. Or were you busy? We were playing Forza on stream on Friday, and it was a lot of fun. We had a bunch of people coming in. We had we had a really good time. It was a lot of fun. Okay. That's all that stuff. We don't actually have to try to sell that stuff. We'll just kind of like dump it in this drawer here. Because this is all the stuff that is for the purposes of leveling up and potentially Ring of Mending. No, we'll do that one. Oh, bows do 10% more. Fubar! What's going on, my dude? How are you? What is happening? Fubar, per your discussion the other week pertaining to the Miami F1 race or IndyCar race, I don't know if you saw my response via my coworker. Like now I'm in bed and about to sleep, so I'm going to go to sleep now. Just wanted to say hi. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Okay. All right, awesome. And he was, when you said that they had made the race very much like a Super Bowl, he burst out laughing because he knew exactly what you were talking about. He knew exactly what you meant, and it was all like the pomp and the circumstance of like the whole event, and that they were trying to one-up Texas as well, which is just, he was laughing about the entire thing. Millie Heather, thank you again for popping by. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Hey, what is going on? What's happening, my dude? You're storming in? Well, it was storming outside, so I'm not sure how much more storm we can handle this evening. We're just going to keep dumping stuff into various different drawers and things and stuff. And I want to get rid of some more stuff into our little vault that we carry. Oh yeah, how much food are we actually carrying too? Nothing. We are not carrying anything. We have some, well, we've got ingredients to get rid of. But what is going on? I hope you guys had a great weekend. I had, for the most part, I had a pretty good weekend. I did work half of Saturday, but nothing much, but no school tomorrow, and it's my last weekend. Awesome. Awesome. Then you're out for the summer? Or are you out, completely out? Where's my bow of Shang Tsung? Oh, did we get rid of the bow? I think we got rid of the bow. That does 57 points of damage. That does 51. Ebony sword, ebony axe, Nordic war axe, Red Eagle's Bane. We'll keep that there. Torment. We have Torment. Summer, then 4 more years. Well, things happen. Things happen. Alright, we're down to 280 pounds of carry weight. We could actually get rid of a lot of carry weight. Get rid of that. Bow of Shadows. Weapon draw is 20% faster and casts invisibility for 30 seconds. I like it. It works. I don't think we have to put any of that stuff. Potions, food, ingredients, books, keys, miscellaneous. We already went through outside. But yeah. Friday was also the release day of the new Evil Dead video game. So the Evil Dead video game came out on Friday the 13th. And I gotta tell you, it's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. It is different. It is... Gonna drop that. Gonna drop that. But it's a good time. It is a good time. All right, we're gonna go put our ingredients in there. Oh yeah, yep. I was in fact playing. I have a really good time as the survivors. It's a very balanced game. It is not skewed in one direction or the other. Like you can't honestly, well, you can tell if the survivors are going to make it or not, because if the survivors break off into like 100 different directions, they're not going to make it. You absolutely need to stick together, or else you're not going to survive. Working together is key. Father of the Nibbin. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to drop it right there. Let's see. Lost Legends. It's a good game, though. It's a lot of fun. Manamarco, King of Worms. Which is funny, because Manamarco figures into Elder Scrolls Online significantly. Lunar Forge. Red Eagle's right. We'll drop that. Firebolt, nope. Frostbite, nope. So that's all stuff we can get rid of. The Ethereum Wars. The Dream Stride. Ooh. Get rid of that. Oh, we can't drop that. Legend of Red Eagle. Keepers of the Razor. We can get rid of all of this stuff. Oh, and I saw a man off himself with a shoddy and it's stuck. Yeah, there's really nothing like that. That's like, are you talking about like a YouTube video or like yeah, because that's definitely nothing you need to. I don't like stuff like that. If you have someone who goes up to you and goes, "Hey, you gotta watch this," and they show you a video without any context, and all of a sudden it's just some dude painting a wall. No thanks, man. I'm not about that. That's not cool. That's not cool. Maps. We wish to find the map. And then we wish to travel to Whiterun, because this is the most convenient place to get stuff. Because we have stuff in Whiterun. Alright.
You're got some good pieces out here.
Wait, hold on.
Looking
Oh yeah, we're down to
fine.
251. What am I actually selling? I thought we stuffed all of the stuff. Yeah, it's probably for the best.
Yourself?
We can
Or
keep it a
deal
little
some
bit more
damage?
PG here. Video game stuff is one thing. You know, dwarven metal ingots. We really have to work on leveling our
Don't forget to check
blacksmithing.
inside the shop if you need anything.
What the hell was it that took elven arrows take refined moonstone? And to make refined moonstone, we need... So refined moonstone is made from regular moonstone ore.
I help my
Do you have
father.
moonstone
Take a
ore?
look.
Moonstone. Ooh, only one moonstone ore. We'll take it anyways. Because we can.
You think all the
Blades, helmets, pretty much
yeah.
anything.
Let's
the
see what else we
Silver
have.
needs.
Also, I realize that we actually have to figure out what on earth we're actually going to be doing. I don't even know what we're going to be doing. Alright, you don't want any of that. You don't want any of that. Okay, that's fine.
All right then.
That's fine. What are we going to be doing today? What trouble are we going to get into? What issues are we going to cause? Namex number 47. What is happening? How are you doing?
Every trinkets, odds and ends.
We're here in the land of Skyrim today. Something a little bit more laid back, a little bit more chill. We're not racing. we're not racing. Oh, you know what? Let's buy some arrows. We'll buy all the arrows. Bone arrows. It's not like we don't have the money for it. We have tons of money, and we have the ability to actually get even more money by selling more stuff. I do like, I have to say, I do like the Fallout 4 way that they do business, because it's more like bartering. It's more like you're trading goods against goods.
Take a look.
Weapons. Yeah. No, we're good. I thought a house of wine would be cool as with cheese. Yes. Cheese and wine would be fantastic together.
All right then.
And then we would be ankle deep in like box wine if we stepped into the house here. Like we would be ankle deep in box wine. I don't even know if I have Do I have any wine in the house? That's a jug. I don't know if we have any wine in the house. We have a giant loaf of bread. But we don't have wine. Why is it that we do not, in fact, have wine? Also, it occurs to me that we have basically like next to nothing for various different properties. And we can go there. We can check this out. What the hell is clear-headed? Oh, that's obtained glassfish. Okay. So here's the thing. We go all the way down to assist the people of Hafengar. Where is Hafengar? It's this area over here. But realistically, we need to do more there. And I think, honestly, because you've got... Because we're here right now. And I think if we went down to... Yeah. Because if we actually did some stuff out here, potentially we could get the... Let's see, why don't we go to... Yeah, you know what? I think if we did some of the stuff in...
Wait, I know
Oh.
the Emperor of Skyrim, dead. These are dark times.
Like, if we did some of the stuff in Falkreath, or not Falkreath, in Markarth here, I think this counts towards doing stuff.
Let's see those storm.
So why don't we purchase a house in Solitude? We can purchase a house in Solitude?
Let's try to break into
Purchase a house in Solitude.
Onion.
I thought...
Can't believe I'm
Huh.
posted here. Even the beds are made of stone.
I guess if I did some of this stuff, it'll actually open up more stuff.
The artifacts I've discovered in... You are? Very good.
Hear about that dwarven arrow.
Excellent. Very good. This is exactly what I need to complete a series of studies I'm doing on Dwemer craftsmanship
A series of
and
studies.
magical resonance. I simply must have this. I'll pay you double what it's worth.
Alright, that's fine.
Wonderful. You've just made an important
I'm not greedy.
contribution to the advancement of a Dwemer scholarship.
I do, however, want that little, like, weird thing.
Yes, their history and culture is all around us in Markarth. A race of... They invented machines, and then, at a time, to protect and the excavations into Nichuanzel are dangerous. Take a look.
Alright. I think we have quests to help this guy. I want to say?
What? Oh, goodbye.
Oop. Yeah, I really want to say that we do. Let's find out. Let's see. We still have Solstheim to do. We still have... Yeah, we still have a lot. We basically have that entire other DLC to take care of. We have the Dawnguard DLC to take care of. And we haven't even found inroads into Hearthfire, which is basically making our own house. White File, Catch of the Day. Forsworn Conspiracy. The Heart of Crimson. Oh, that's over at the Windhelm Docks. Dark Brotherhood. Missing in Action. The Numbers Job. Discerning the Trend Mundane. Oh yeah, there's that. But I thought there was more stuff this way. Unlocked with the key. I thought I had something in here to do in here. Can't remember. I don't believe I've been in here. So why don't we press on and figure out what is in here for us to kind of get in trouble. How shall we get in trouble? Kills. Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't see the, oh, wait. Maybe it's down here. Collect a bounty. Soul gem, ingot, spoon, kill the leader of Pine Moon Cave. Haldir's Cairn. Oh, this one. That is it. See, I knew somebody knew. I knew somebody knew. Ooh. Let's go somewhere. We could get that potion that's right up there. Or, ah! My bad. My bad. That one's on me, guys. That one's on me. Ooh. Okay. Good night, little spider. You know, even though I don't need the frostbite venom, I take it to hoard it anyways. Just because I'm like that. All the iron. Alright. Something's probably going to come down on top of me. Or is that you? No. These spiders are creepy. These spiders are definitely LoJack! We always gotta be safe. We always gotta be safe and make them sorry. So we're gonna sneak around a little bit. Until we find things like ore. And then break out the pickaxe, dig out some ore. You know, we're miners. And not the under 18 version. LoJack, I did not have a chance to converse with you this afternoon. Have you seen the new Evil Dead game, my friend? Because it is fantastic. And what did I just take? I don't even know what I just took. The new Evil Dead game is awesome. If you are a fan of Evil Dead, yeah, this is a really, really good game. It is a game that is similar to... Oh, what the hell just happened? What did I get kicked through? That's weird. If you're familiar with the style of gameplay like Dead by Daylight, where there's 4 survivors, and then you have 1 killer, you have 4 different individuals who are characters from the Evil Dead or Ash vs. Evil Dead or Army of Darkness series. So, you're 4 characters, and you go through... Oh, boy. And you have to... Up. And we're poisoned. Run away! That's right. Oh, you can't get through this little hole here, can you? Adios. So you are 4 characters from the Evil Dead universe, and you must go up against another player who is the role of the Kandarian demon. And there is 3 different types of Kandarian demons. Started the Lost Expedition. Salonia. We've been saddled with some researchers who can't go 4 steps without examining something, and they fight about as well as you'd think. Probably worse. Strom at least has some magical competence, but none of them can swing a sword. Urge and Crag seem up to something, so I'll have to keep an eye on them. But Straubs assures me that they're trustworthy. Altheus. But yeah, so it is multiple characters going up against a Kandarian demon. And it is awesome. You get to visit the cabin from the Evil Dead universe. Can I get through here? No? There we go. There we go. There we go. You can play as Pedro and Kelly and all the different types. I could have a Storm of Iron stamp on it. I mean, I need to know what a Storm of Iron stamp would actually look like. That's the key right there. Like, would it be just a bunch of, like, falling iron girders? Or just, like, a bunch of trucks just leaping off of a cliff, much like lemmings? Anything is possible, my friend. Although, how much detail would you put into it? Oh, little creepy bugger. You got no eyes. Therefore, you cannot see your impending doom. That's right. That's how we roll. Vampire dust. Can the skeleton parts be used for something in this game? I think they only get used in... so Hearthfire took a whole lot of, like, weird crap. And they used a lot of it to be able to craft various things in the houses that you built. I would look for the Viking rune, meaning iron, and see if I could mix it with the rune for storm. Interesting thought process. Very interesting thought process. See, then you would be looking at creating what they call a stave. Ooh. And he goes down like a sack of cheese. I mean, I don't know what a sack of cheese sounds like when it falls. But, you know. Never too old to find out. Oh, get him. Get him. Boop. Done and done. Alright. Continue. Let's keep on. Oh, yeah. Oh, it is most assuredly been a long day. I will not argue that point with you. And if we fall, we do not pick ourselves back up again because we're dead. Alright. Oh, yeah. Oh, did we get him? Oh, we got him dead. Kind of like a squishy thud, I'd imagine. You know, I'm curious about that. I am very curious as to what a sack full of cheese, like multiple pounds worth of cheese, what would that sound like if it just kind of fell? Oh. Oh. Are you kidding me? Why can't I hit you? Huh. Alright. Alright. We'll figure this out. There you go. Acceptable. Oh! Crotch shot! Those are multiple crotch shots from... My bad. Like a squishy squelching noise, do you think? That would be something. Alright, so we can go down here, or we can go over here. What's over here? Scaly Foliodia? Does rolling a big cheese down a hillside count? If so, then it sounds like breaking bones and screaming, followed by ambulance sirens. Yeah, that's something that is done in England, is it not? Check out these weird scaly feet. They've got like... They're kind of scaly. They've got like talons on them. You think he's got corns? You think he's got the gout? I don't know, man. Like, how big of a wheel of cheese are we talking here? Because that would be kind of cool. Yes. Yes, you are. I don't disagree with that. Although, my friend, we do have downhill Barbie Jeep racing. If you want to be about as redneck as you can be, downhill Barbie Jeep racing, where grown men go to break their limbs. Yeah, that's the that's like the rune for strength and stuff. Funnily enough, I was about to mention you guys having rednecks with paychecks. Yes, we do. And man, oh man, let me tell you, those guys like to party. And by party, I mean those guys do crazy stuff with the gear and equipment that they are given. They take regular stuff and they go full-on bonkers with it. So here's the cool thing, though. Here's the really amazing thing about rednecks with paychecks. A number of years ago, probably going back about 4 or 5 years at this particular point in time, I think Eastern Texas was hit with some unbelievably bad hurricane activity. And what happened was they did not have enough vehicles to do search and rescue. They did not have enough vehicles to basically try to take care of people. So rednecks with paychecks got together. They got as many people as they possibly could. They had trucks towing boats. They had trucks pulling mega trucks. They loaded up trailers with mega trucks. And when I'm talking about mega trucks, we're talking about those giant trucks like Air Monday and stuff like that. So they took these trucks, they drove them out to the affected areas with, you know, that were hit by all the hurricanes. They used mega trucks to perform search and rescue. They used mega trucks to pull National Guard vehicles out of... They used they pulled National Guard vehicles out of swamp pits when National Guard vehicles got stuck. It was amazing. And it was amazing to see. Like, these guys stepped up and were like, you know what? We've actually got stuff that can do this. We've got stuff that can effectively not worry about any of this. So they did. And they went and they rescued people. They delivered supplies. They did all of that crazy stuff. Ooh, Dwemer Gyro. I want one of those because I think they look neat. Here. But yeah, rednecks with paychecks. Don't ever let it be said that they never contributed anything before. Recovered Strom's journal. Recovered Erd's journal. Craig's journal. And Staub's journal. Okay, I'll take that. Which would indicate that we actually have to... The Lost Expedition. But yeah, it was pretty amazing. It was pretty amazing to actually see something like that take place and happen. Like, people like to give individuals like that a bad rap. It's like, oh, you're just a bunch of, you know, just a bunch of yahoos doing crazy stuff. There was a bunch of news articles about it, and if you ever get interested, if you look up the mega trucks rescuing people, it really is one of those, holy crap, this is like a little bit of a feel-good kind of situation here. I thought it was actually really neat. I wonder how they get the light down here. Oh, torture chamber. What do we... What are we slicing and dicing? Oh! Ooh! No, no, no. We're gonna shut that off. Twinkie Dinky! What is going on, my dude? How are you this afternoon? How did you enjoy your roundabout of Vermintide 2? Because I love that game. That game is so much fun. If I had it for the Xbox, you know what? We're gonna take a skull. We're gonna take we take trophies here. We take trophies. Poisons. Oh man, this is so creepy. We're dead guys. Sorry, buddy. And his arm's missing, and just everything about this is just gross. All kinds of dead dudes. But yeah, Vermintide 2 is great. They are, at some point, going to be releasing Darktide, which is... Oh, crap. They're going to be releasing Darktide, which is the 40K version. Oh, we missed. And that looks awesome. Oh, that's a spider. Yeah, Darktide looks fantastic. Vermintide, yes! Yes! Yep, you want to play with the group. Yeah, so you can do it solo, but they give you an AI-controlled party. They're not bad. They're actually pretty decent as far as AI-controlled party members go. You could do a lot worse. You could really do a lot worse. But speaking of AI-controlled parties, I ended up playing the new Evil Dead game, which, if you've ever played Dead by Daylight, the entire asymmetrical... I don't want a Dwarven Shield. I don't want that. Lever. We'll take the dish. Yeah, we'll do that. And the cup. And the cog. And the gear. And the cog. And we're just going to be carrying all kinds of weight around. But yeah, the new Evil Dead game is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. The voice acting is good. The music is good. It's great. It really is great. We had a good time. I played it with a group of people last night, and we did better when it was a group of people that we knew, who we could actually talk to one another about, like, objectives. This is our role. This is what we have to do. We're better off if we go and do this. So if you have a group of people that you communicate with and not a group of 4 random people thrown together, it goes a little bit better. So you have 4 survivors and 1 player who is the Kandarian Demon. The Kandarian Demon player can actually be substituted for the AI as well. So they give you a lot of options as far as the game goes, and you can have the Kandarian Demon be the AI, or you can play solo if you want and have all the other party members be AI. And they stick with you, they do what you tell them, and they're pretty effective, actually. My favorite character so far is, they break it down into 4 classes. You have the leader classes who have an aura, so they'll either reduce fear or you take less damage when you are in the aura. You've got the warrior class, which has more health and more shield, and they're basically set up for better melee damage. You have the hunters, who are range damage as well as good at, like, spotting stuff and scrounging for stuff and scouting. Then you've got the support class, which does more of your healing, more of your fear reduction, stuff like that. So you've got these 4 tiers of characters, and you don't want to go all in on all warriors or all hunters or something like that. You need, like, a diverse party setup, because some of the skills that you have really are useful. So I used Eric the Red, and he's exclusively from Army of Darkness. So Eric the Red was warring with Lord Arthur in Army of Darkness, and they actually have both of those characters in the game. They do have a single-player element to the game as well, but it's primarily in the form of missions. So it takes a scenario from Evil Dead or Army of Darkness or really any of the shows or the movies, and it allows you to kind of like revisit it, which is cool, but it's difficult. It is difficult. It is not a walk in the park, but when you do in fact complete the solo mission, you actually get a skin. You get a whole new character unlock. So the first one that I did, it revisits the cabin in the first Evil Dead. So when you complete the mission, it unlocks the Ash vs. Evil Dead Ash character. So you get old Ash. And he's funny because each Ash is different than the last. And they play dramatically different than each other. It is a lot of fun. You can have all kinds of different group setups and makeups. You can have all kinds of different play styles. So, where am I going? Oh, where I'm going. What happens if we go over here? Did we go over here? Yeah, we're trying to figure out where we're going. You know what? Boosh. Don't do that. There we go. Alright. Let's see. We can figure out... So we can come down there, but then again... Oh, I like the bioluminescent. But yeah, it's a fun game, and if you are a fan of the Evil Dead franchise, you will really, really enjoy this game. However, don't go in thinking that if you are a veteran of, like, Dead by Daylight, that you're going to walk all over this game. It is a completely different gaming experience than Dead by Daylight. Yeah, awesome. Check out the gameplay. There is it's an honest reviews, try before you buy, and you should definitely look into that one because that one has a ton of information in it. And it's actually probably one of the better reviews because he's completely honest in how he breaks things down. And it's actually a really good, impartial perspective, even though he basically comes right out and says, hey, I'm a fan of Evil Dead, and this is what I like about this game, this is what I don't like about this game. And those guys are creepy, without eyes. Ooh. And then he falls. But yeah, if you get it, it is also completely cross-platform. So if you have a PlayStation, and you have a friend with an Xbox, and you've got another friend with a PC, you can all game together. So keep that in mind as well. Oop. Hello. Were you creeping along in the darkness? You're a night prowler. Ah, you creepy. Ah, you're so creepy. You're also a pincushion now. Take all my elven arrows from you. Thank you very much. Yep. So, the great thing about it, just like Tiny Tina's Wonderland, cross-platform right from the get-go. You've got two versions of the game. You have the regular version for all of $40, which I think is actually a really fantastic bargain. Or you can get the other version, Ogrimmar! Yes, we are on to a different mug, Ogrimmar. Thank you very much. We had a casualty of the stream. The mug that you saw in that wonderful video clip is leaking heavily from the bottom. So instead, now we use, at least temporarily, my Valhalla Java Odin Force blend. And if you haven't tried Death Wish coffee or Valhalla Java, it's really good stuff. It's really good coffee. It is very strong coffee, and it's actually one of the few that doesn't give me like the caffeine jitters afterwards. If I had like 3 monsters or something like that, I would probably be shaking like a leaf in the wind. And nobody wants that. Nobody needs that. That's... But yeah, Twinkie Dinky, the game is cross-platform right out of the box. You've got the $40 version and the $60 version, which the $60 version has the season pass, and you get actually... Oh, crap. Oh, yeah, I should have looked out for that. It gives you the season pass, and you also get a couple of character outfits, which are actually really cool. Loader, what's going on, man? Food safe glue, you say? I would have to look into that. That is not a bad idea. Are these things alive? I hope they're... Whoa! This guy's in a precarious position. This dude. Over his journal. Ooh. What's this? It's a chest. Banded iron shield. Waning fire. Hide shield. Ooh, gold. Dwarven greatsword. Nah, there's nothing good. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I have no idea how I'm gonna go about repairing it, because so you've got the basic, you know, the horn portion of it, and then it's got like a flat disc on the bottom. It hasn't really cooled off much up here. I am still waiting for it to like actually cool off. We did have 80 degrees earlier, and it was colossal downpours. The weather that came down was just bonkers. Oh crap. Use this one and this one. Goodbye. Oh crap, another one. Wait a minute, my one-handed is not up to maximum yet? I find that particularly weird. Yeah, it really, it dropped about 10 degrees, but it's not anything to write home about. That's for sure. Alright. Back to my good old bow of shadows. I can't search these things. It does not allow me to search these things. Why not? We can, however, pick that up. Alright. Crack this gate right open. I've been trying to hold off putting in the window AC. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. With the price of everything through the roof, I would imagine electricity is up. You know, heating oil is up. It's just all of the stuff. Everything's a mess. So it was actually kind of funny. I was playing Evil Dead the game, and I was playing Eric the Red. And as you level up, you actually get to spend points in fine-tuning your character. So you go through and you upgrade your character outside of the game, but in addition to playing the game, you pick up these things that allow you to add health or stamina, fear resistance, like a bunch of different stuff. My character was upgraded physical damage, melee damage basically, because you've got melee and range damage. They're two very drastically different things. And the gunplay in this game actually feels really good. Alright, let us continue onward. So the gunplay in this game is actually really, really good. So I guess we can just kind of... Oh, we can unlock that too. But the player who was the Kandarian demon had noticed that I was a little bit away from the group, so he began to spawn demon after demon after demon right on top of me, effectively. But my character was fully and readily set to basically crush skulls. The dude was just going utterly house on all of them. So whatever got spawned on top of me, I basically pasted with a sledgehammer. Yeah, I was wrecking shop with a sledgehammer, and it was fantastic. It was so much fun. Get up here? All right. Well, I don't know this. Go check out what this is. But yeah, you can actually build your character as to kind of basically whatever you want to build your character as. My character has the ability to choose between sharp weapons, blunt weapons, as well as... Who are you? Oh, right in the kidney! Right in the kidney! Do I have to go this way? Yes, I do have to go this way. At least I think I have to go this way. Hello, good sir. I will take my arrows back from you. But yeah, I can set my character up. Single-handed weapons, two-handed weapons, sharp weapons. Actually, wasn't I just in here? Yes, I was just in here. So why don't we go up over here and see what's over here. We'll break out this door. I think this puts us back up higher again, so we need this. Aha! There is another book! Okay, we'll take that, and then we'll search this dude for a whopping 13 gold. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Alright. That's nice to know. Alright. Where do we have to go? Read Sithis. Take that. Read up on Sithis. We can do that later. That. Then... Good question. Hilo! What is going on? How are you doing? How is everything? I hope you're having a rather fantastic Monday. I am having a fairly acceptable Monday. We're here. We're hanging out. Kicking back. chilling, you know? Lamenting the loss of our mug that we had to replace with another mug until we basically... Ooh, a gyro. I know it's a gyro, but I wouldn't mind a like a chicken gyro. Chicken gyro. Got you. Gonna snipe these guys because I don't want them getting close because they creep me out. Whoa. You know what they kind of remind me of, actually? These guys kind of remind me of, like, the smarmy little goblins. Granted, they're eyeless. They don't have any eyes. They don't have any eye sockets. They have adapted to living underground this way. And they also remind me of the critters from that movie Descent, which is a pretty heavy movie if you've never seen it before. Also entirely worth watching. If you've never seen The Descent, you really owe it to yourself to give it a go. Oh, crap. Of course. They've detected me. They can see me. Wait, no. Why is the eye open? They can't see me. They have detected me, effectively. There we go. Aha! Nika Fernandez. Thank you very much. Is Descent decent? Decent is not a word that I would use lightly for Descent. In describing Descent as decent, it's decently descending. So don't be dismissive. Aha! This is the new mug. This is the temporary new mug. This is the Valhalla Java Odin Force blend mug. So that's what we're using for the time being. Not a bad thing. I think, did anybody ever see As Above, So Below? If you buy a copy and it turns out to be an illegal copy, is it condescending? Oh, good sir! Pip pip cheerio to you, my friend! That is rather comedic, and I like it. Do we take his ear? We have a lot of appendages of various other different critters and animals. So, I mean, at this point, why would we not take his ear? A glass battle axe. Yeah, why not? Why not indeed? Actually, you know what? It occurs to me, the human flesh. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna pretend I didn't even pick that up. We're gonna pretend that it's like regular meat and not people meat. Oink. No, where are you going? Don't go. Boom. And he explodes. All right, reactivate Nishadzel's automated defenses. How do we do this? Automated defenses, you say? Oh, they're up there. Okay, so I am heading in the right direction. I have proceeded to do the things that needed to be done in the proper direction. You know. Those things. Those will allow me to make a lot of dwarven ingots. And that will allow me to make a lot of dwarven arrows. Although the better arrows, or the best tier arrows that I can currently make are probably... Oh. Spearmaster, you say? The best arrows I can make are probably elven arrows. Because I am a horrible slacker, and I've done nothing... Ooh. Hello, little fella. Oh, crud. They're coming after me. Zapping me. But I've done relatively... Oh, crap. That's another one. I've really not actually done much to raise up my blacksmithing. So I kind of feel a little bit bad about that. Like, I really should, like, level up my blacksmithing. I should be able to make things. I should be able to make more things than simply an iron dagger. And possibly, if I could craft some new things. Ooh, see, these are the dwarven bolts that I need. Take another one of those. If my character was capable of crafting more things, if McMittens here could get his head out of his backside, we could potentially actually repair my mug. True story. Gonna take some of that. It would be rather nice if my Khajiit could actually repair my mug. Not gonna lie to you. Alright. So what does this do? Palmer bow. Do we just throw the lever? That doesn't open. Oh, that's a chest. Proserpine, hello, and how are you today? It is so good to see you. I hope that you are well. I am doing quite well today. Scaled helmet of eminent illusion. Alright. No, this is cool. We'll take some stuff. I like stuff. Find someone who knows about the expedition. Okay, we can do that. That, just kind of went dancing across the floor, and I'm sort of okay with that. But how is everything? I hope Monday is treating you well. Oh no! We've picked up too much stuff. We have so much stuff. So much crap. A cog. Yeah, I could drop a cog. Drop it like it's hot. Oh, no. Still too heavy. Miscellaneous. Chitin. Charos chitin. Drop that because it's also creepy. Don't want to deal with that. A lot of creepy stuff that we're kind of carrying and... Whoa. Alright. This is cool. What's in here? Gold. What's in your wallet? Okay. We go down here? I mean, I guess we're gonna kind of... And back out here. Alrighty, thanks. My Monday could have been better, but I'm not gonna say all too bad. That is good to hear. Oh boy. Ooh. Okay. We are, yeah, those guys are kind of brutal. Especially when they start kicking out that, like, weird steam attack that they have. And apparently, I've gone beyond all of the elven arrows that I've made. And now I'm down to lightning arrows. Which this isn't exactly the most intelligent idea. Don't run. I don't want you going anywhere. Hurt my foot last Tuesday, so spent the whole afternoon and evening at the ER, so my foot hurt again today. But other than that, it's been warm and sunny. Warm and sunny is good. It has been 80 degrees over here, and it dropped down to probably right about 70 degrees. So we're hitting right about 70 degrees. It's quite nice. There was a massive amount of rain. There was a massive, massive amount of rain today. Dwarven arrow. Let's swap to the dwarven arrows. Ice arrows. Oh, no, orcish arrows. We'll do... Wait. What's better, orcish or dwarven? Well, dwarven, technically. I have good news. I am in better health, and in June, I start working at my job. Oh! Yeah, it's been kind of a quiet, sort of chill night. Nothing too crazy. You know, Mondays we sort of just kind of kick back and we do, you know, we have fun. People come, people go, we hang out, we talk about anything and everything. Are you back to your old job, or what job are you going to be going to? And it is fantastic to hear that you're actually going back to work. Oh, you are? Oh, that is so good to hear. Ooh, you know what? If we kill these guys, we're going to be able to get some more dwarven bolts. Which, I think we need an alternate method to get bolts for our... Ah, the creepy. Get away. We need alternate methods to get bolts other than down here and in places like this. Dwarven arrow. Perfect. Magnificent. But yeah, it's so good to hear that you are going to be going back. Almost a greater soul gem. Yep, we're gonna take that. Alright, run away. We're going to run now. Mostly because we want to press onward, and I don't know if... Do we want to go that way? What is... Find someone who knows about the expedition. I think this is the way that we want to go, though. Owen! Cheese, indeed. How are you, my friend? I hope you had a decent weekend and that Monday is treating you at least remotely okay. Oh, that's right. Do we have to go out this way, or can we go out the other way? Well, it doesn't say that we have to go back in there, so I'll take it as we can go this way. Ouch. Ouch. What is... Ow! Okay, that was bizarre. The weekend sucked. I am sorry to hear that. Well, then I certainly hope Monday is on an upswing. Iron ore. What's that? Is that a dagger? Oop, crap. Crap. Let's try that again. I think I can get that. At least I want to tell myself I can get that. Aha! Dwarven dagger, blacksmith's draught. So it's nothing important. That's unfortunate. We will carry on in the direction that we are carrying on. Just worked. It's my Friday, though. I'm on a 10-day work week. So if this is your Friday, I certainly hope that you have a weekend lined up at least. Because you need some time off. You need some downtime. You gotta recuperate. You gotta recharge those batteries. Oh, stuff. Definitely gotta recharge those batteries. Okay. So, back to this guy over here.
I know you.
You only have one day off? Hello.
God might get nervous. A man approaches with his weapon drawn.
Wolves.
I have think the artifact
All right,
I've
buddy.
discovered. You have my gratitude. That spider had been interfering with my excavations for months.
Okay.
As promised, is the key to
Pay
the
up, buddy.
Dweller Museum. Mind the displays. Some of them are quite fragile.
Gotta get that OT? I certainly hope you make hours. I certainly hope that you make
Let's
hours.
see. Ah, so that's what happened to Stubborn. Tragic. But I warned him he was leading those people on a fool's errand.
Oh, he warned them, okay.
Unfortunately, sometimes the stone of scholarship is built on the foundation.
Unfortunately, I'm on salary, so I don't get overtime, which basically means they can treat us like a wage slave if they want to. It's like, hey, we've got nothing going on, and you're not going to make any money, but we just need you to show up anyways. Completed. The Lost Expedition. Alright. 50 hours a week? Alright. I probably do 50 to 55, but yeah, like I said, I don't get anything for overtime.
I have you figured for a mage. I think
All right,
you'll appreciate
what can we sell to this guy? Nope, not gonna sell that. Let's see. Do we want to sell? Nope, he doesn't need anything of ours.
What?
I've had 2 this week, and it's been a good couple of days. Went to a car show yesterday, but didn't take any pictures. Don't know why. And it rained, so everyone left her. You know what? Yesterday was kind of a weird day. There were other car shows and stuff all over the place. There was a lot of rain. Today, a friend of mine, I moved my washing machine from the kitchen into a cupboard. Interesting. Kingdom Come Deliverance. It's a medieval RPG, and the combat is very similar to For Honor. For Honor is a very difficult game. So now you have space for a dishwasher. Aha! There is method to your madness. I did not play Kingdom Come Deliverance. I do have Chivalry 2, and I do have For Honor. For Honor is a game that I have played extensively.
Jarl can refuse to see me all he likes. He can't ignore us forever.
Yeah.
Stay out from-
All right. Let's see what these people say.
Who are you to approach the Jarl of Markarth?
Hello? Nope. I don't know what just happened. That was odd. I was looking to purchase a house in Markarth.
Very well. You may approach the mournful throne, but watch your words. Keep your eyes open for Forsworn when you're on the roads.
Good enough.
Eric, how is the Reach
Kingdom
faring
Come
against this
Deliverance.
Forsworn menace?
As his housecarl, Igman's security is my chief concern.
Keep the Forsworn in check.
Igman's
Merchants are
father was
reporting
killed
the
by
loss of
Forsworn.
more of their
I
shipment.
won't rest
I'm
until
Igman's
they
uncle
paid
as
with their
well as
blood.
The
All right, these
Forsworn
people don't want to
Legion
talk to me.
Drive, you speak to
What do
Igman,
Legion soldiers
son of
know
Arolfdir.
about the hills of
Jarl,
Legion?
my gods told me.
caves that make up
Poor
those
Margaret. And witnesses report that the attack. I want to. They are only a threat in the hills and
The
along the
safety of
roads
the
where they
city
live.
and our
Everywhere
Okay.
else,
must
we
be
are in
our
control.
only concern.
All right. Let's
I
purchase
don't
a house.
know you, and I
Buy
don't
another one.
sell what precious property we have to outsiders. But if you're willing to work and you prove to be reliable, I
Okay.
might deem you worthy to live here. My steward will handle things from there.
All right, then.
Yes, I know. And everything is made of stone, even the beds. We'll have no trouble from Dragon's Fire.
All right, that guy's kind of a jerk.
If you'll excuse me, I have a city to run.
Igman, we need to talk about
Yes?
the Silverblood family.
I guess I can't get a house just yet.
Wait. I know you.
Thongor supports Ulfric and his Stormcloaks.
You know me, huh? Yeah, these people are kind of jerks here. Not gonna lie, these people are kind of jerks.
Enough.
Who are you? What do you do?
Wait, I know you. There's no mistake. You're a wanted man, and it's time
Oh
to
my-
pay for your crimes.
How am I a wanted man?
Since you put it that way, I think we can overlook your crime for now.
Okay, that's fine.
The Legion's
All right.
always looking for strong, capable warriors. If you think you've got what it takes, our headquarters is in Solitude.
And another door to unlock. Delightful. Yep. I enjoy lockpicking. Lockpicking in this is fun. Lockpicking in Fallout 4 is also fun. Ooh, there we go. Right on the money. Oh. Goat cheese. The Talos mistake. What is that? Key to Markarth Keep. I will take that. Alright. Anything else? No, nothing else, unfortunately. Hello, goat cheese. Thank you very much. And another slice of goat cheese. Key to Markarth Keep. Oh, meat. I don't need meat. Yep, I want coins. You saw nothing? Wrong room. Alright. Okay, nope, I get out of here. Okay, so... Hello, fellow blacksmith.
The Empire has always been good. I'm the Jarl's personal blacksmith, but that doesn't mean I can't sell you a few pieces for a fair price. Blades, helmets,
sell some stuff to
pretty
this
much
guy.
anything to suit your needs.
Or maybe buy some stuff. Sell that. Sell that. That's fine. Speech is only up to 56. That's too bad. Oh, good sir. You have fine taste in cheese and wine. I will liberate it from you. Yeah, there was a bunch of car shows over the weekend. I worked Saturday, so I really didn't get a chance to basically go anywhere. Although Sunday it rained.
I help her with Ford. Don't bother with Tacitus. Useless. Grew up. Girl has to grow up. And life in the Stronghold asks for a lot. The Stronghold's for an outsider like you to be
Do we have anything good to say?
An orc would have to
No.
make you blood.
Nobody's got anything nice to say, so we're gonna split. A dishwasher is pretty useful, though.
Wait, I know you.
Yeah, no you don't. Alright, so... Miscellaneous. See, that didn't count towards playing Stardew Valley. You'd approve of my farm. Cheese is my second biggest earner. I have 12 goats and 21 cows. That is fantastic. The fact that you can have a cheese farm effectively like that. You hate washing up? I totally get that. I totally get that. All right. So, purchase a house in Solitude. Yeah, but that's Riften. Windhelm. Wait a minute. Whiterun. Morthal. Solitude. Purchase a house in Solitude. Yeah. Like, how does it always keep taking me, like, everywhere else? Cheese farm! That's fantastic. I can actually get milk from cows if I visit my farm, my manor house, and I can then turn the milk into cheese. I can do this. This is a thing I can do. Oh yeah, I threw these down
Is
there.
it just me? Or is it getting saner and saner these days?
Beans! Yeah, see, that mug is the damaged one. Thank you, Nico Fernandez. All right. Oh, no. That's what I was going to do.
More inside.
I was going to smelt some stuff down. See, we can make a lot of stuff. Oh, yeah. We can make a ton of stuff. Okay. So, in terms of... So, Dwarven arrows cause 14 damage. Elven arrows cause 16. I think we can... Yeah, if I do the Dwarven arrows, I can...
I don't claim to be the best blacksmith. Have you met my father?
No, this should work.
Helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
Okay, well, show me what we can sell you. Let's see. Sell you a glass battle axe. Apparel. Glass gauntlets of eminent archery. Like archery is anything but eminent. We've got archery on the horizon, thank you very much. It is eminent archery.
Don't forget to check inside the shop.
Alright, so let's go zip back, because we have the ability to basically transmogrify ourselves any place that we would like. We'll go back here. We will, in fact, obtain some lumber. Yeah, so we'll obtain some lumber. Wow, we actually... Bone Hawk Skull. Okay, it's kind of neat looking. Not gonna lie. Oh, you know what? Let's put some stuff away. A bucket. I don't know why I picked up a bucket. I got it from somewhere. 43 metal ingots. Dishes. Gears. Gyros. Alright, we're shedding weight, is what we're effectively doing. It's like we're on a keto diet. And we've been fasting for the past 24 hours. And we'll pop that skull in there too. And now, we're shedding weight in the most, delightfully wonderful way possible. I don't think... See, I could lose the crossbow, I could lose the axe, and I would be in a far better position. And we've got so much crap. So much crap. So... Oh, no, that's what I needed. That's what I needed. I needed my, I need my axe. I need... I think it's just called a woodsman's axe. And this is what happens when you're a pack rat and you've got everything under the sun in a single chest. Alright. So we come over here and we make some firewood. So firewood plus a particular material actually makes arrows. We're making a bunch of arrows. Ugh. I'm kind of sliding down in the seat here in my nice... I wouldn't say that it's reupholstered, but it does have this really nice chocolatey brown sheet. Kind of it makes me want a Hershey bar. I would really like a Hershey bar because it's the color. It's definitely the color. I like dark chocolate, though. Regular Hershey's milk chocolate is good on things like s'mores, but if I were to have just a regular candy bar, it would definitely be dark chocolate. It would most assuredly be dark chocolate, and if you've ever had the cookies and cream Hershey's, those are good. Alright, so while McMittens is chopping away over there, I'm gonna look at some new mugs, because we actually need a lot of lumber, and I will take the firewood and I will put it into our stash. Norse tradesman, genuine Viking drinking horn, 16 ounce. All right, that one's 16 ounce. So here's the unfortunate thing: the mug that I had was probably in the neighborhood of like a 24 ounce mug. Oh, that's kind of neat. Comes with little Thor's hammer and everything else. So there's sets here. There's a lot of like sets of stuff. Wooden base. Okay, that's why. All right, so check this out. So, of the drinking horn mug, genuine handcrafted Viking horn cup for mead, ale, and beer, original medieval 15 to 20 ounce stein mug with burlap sack. And it's made from ox horn, apparently. So, it either has a wooden base or it has an acrylic base. And I'm pretty sure that's what my previous one has. It has an acrylic base. And it had to have been something with the temperature. If it was either heated up too much or it cooled off and heated too quickly, the law of thermodynamics, or whatever you want to call it, basically caused it to... something expanded when something contracted, and it went crack. And I filled it up today, and lo and behold, it started leaking. And it made me very sad. I had a big sad. Not really. That's kind of a ridiculous way of saying that. Just, it's unfortunate that my mug leaks. So had I actually filled it and not noticed, it would have effectively left a giant puddle all over the floor. And nobody needs that. Nobody needs a giant puddle of water all over their floor. All right, Dwarven arrows. Oh, this actually does level up our. Oh, this levels up our smithing actually very effectively. I didn't realize this was going to be this good. Alright. The wood chopping block is at it again. So, if we make arrows and we continue to make arrows, this is actually going to be pretty beneficial. All things considered. I could always seal it with a beeswax on the inside of the bottom. Canning wax? Except, like, every time I would go to heat it up or, like, use hot water to clean it, it would probably start melting it. You'd really need something like you were talking about earlier, Loader, like a food-grade glue. Because if it's an acrylic piece that's bonded to the bottom of the ox horn, and I'm probably pretty sure, and it's probably fairly safe to say that it is ox horn, just like basically the majority of the other horns that are available on Amazon. It's just unfortunate that that it leaks like that. Well, I'll definitely... There are some really nice looking horns. Some of them engraved, some of them not. Some of them have the goofy, what is it, Game of Thrones, like the wolf looking etching in the side of it. I probably won't get a drinking horn, because I don't have a good place to put it. As cool as they are, and Nika Fernandez has a really cool drinking horn. Like a really cool drinking horn. Yeah, but then I'd have to, like, I'd have to try to separate it. I would then have to clean both pieces. And if there's any imperfections in the surfaces, it'll just end up leaking again. So I'll start from scratch. I'll just get another one. Which is unfortunate, because I got this one from the New Hampshire Highland Games, so... Yeah, but knowing me, I'll make a damn mess. And then I'll just, like, get glue poisoning or something like that. I have a drinking horn, but it's very basic, no engravings or anything. Hilo, you should definitely see the one that Nika Fernandez has. Oh, what am I doing here? We're making things, that's right. I think it's up on the Discord. I'm not sure. Wolven. Oh, man. We almost have... Woven metal ingot. So we need to craft just a little more firewood. Make one more go with the firewood. A drinking horn is cool. A drinking horn is very cool. Alright. There we go. We've added our firewood. Let's go make one more. Boom. Done. So, actually, you know what? How many arrows did we just make? Holy moly, we have over 1,000 dwarven arrows right now. And our weight has gone down to 294 pounds. So, I find this acceptable. Or that. That. Or that. Okay. We're good. Good. Go inside. Let's dump a bunch of potions, because there is a bunch of potions that we really don't need to be carrying. I do like the fact that the armor that we have no longer actually creates carry weight. So, like, if we have a complete set of heavy armor, it's awesome, and it doesn't weigh anything on us. Draught of water breathing. Frostbite venom. Resist fire. Potent poison. Potent potables. I believe that was a Jeopardy category. I could be wrong, though. Extreme Magicka. Potion of healing. Potions of Magicka. Minor healing. We'll keep those. Ultimate stamina. Vigorous Magicka. Oh, we have 19 potions of ultimate healing. Okay, you know what? We don't need that much. Extreme Magicka. 11 potions of Extreme Magicka. No. Extreme Stamina? No. So, Extreme is 150, where Vigorous is 100. Get rid of that. Vigorous. All right, that's fine. That's fine. We don't need to worry about that stuff now. We still have plenty of stuff that we are just trucking about with. So, carrying on, where is it that we go next? Oh, we needed to buy a house in Solitude. So let's go to the Blue Palace. We can do that. When you buy the drinking horn, buy the nicest one, and it comes with 2 stands, one made of horn and one made of wrought iron. Wrought iron is very, very cool when it comes to a decorative kind of item. It is so cool to look at.
Sibyl Stentor has a grasp of magical theory that I would... No doubt most folk in... No. And keeps himself out of the... Let's just look at that. I've told you to watch your tongue, and mine is waggling. I've said enough.
All right.
You are free to leave.
No problem. Goodbye. All right, so where do we buy a house? And this is where the big substantial money sink comes in. But that's okay. That's fine. Hello?
My duty is to keep the Jarl safe, not play nursemaid to you.
If I needed something from you, you would know it.
If you want, I can send you... Yeah, that's fine. I will definitely take a look at that. It's destruction magic.
Courier must have found you.
I would like to purchase a house. Oh, Wolfskull Cave again. They have a 41 ounce on Amazon. Yeah, they all seem to be about $40. Which, I mean, it's all good. Let's purchase a house for 25,000 gold.
Splendid. There's a house available right now.
Okay, then. I'll take it.
Wonderful. Here is the key to your new home.
I would like to also decorate my new home.
There are many ways to improve your home, Provided
Yeah,
you have
40 ounces
joy.
has to be
And of
gigantic.
course, don't forget to consult your home decorating guide for descriptions of. Now,
I
what
don't
would you
want
like
a
to
home
purchase?
decorator's guide.
Very
Bedroom,
well, is
2,000
there anything
gold.
else you'd like to purchase?
Living
Very
room,
well, I'll make
2,000
the
gold.
Is there anything else you'd like to purchase?
Peace of mind. Priceless. Alchemy laboratory.
Very well, I'll make
2,500 gold.
Is there anything else you'd like to purchase?
Enchanting
I'll make the
laboratory.
arrangements.
Yes.
Next, is there anything else you'd like to purchase?
Patio
Very
decorations.
well, I'll make
Of
the
course.
arrangements. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase?
Yes, there is lots of other things, sir. And
Very
a
well, I'll
kitchen.
make the arrangements. Is there anything
As well
else
you
you'd
should.
like to purchase?
So... Okay. No, this looks good. This looks good. I don't want a children's bedroom. I don't want a children's bedroom to interfere with my wonderful bachelor pad that is my house in solitude.
As you wish.
All right, Wolf Skull
Yes,
Cave.
old friend. I'm afraid it's not good news. When you broke up the binding, Potema escaped. We've encountered
Potema.
some of her minions.
That's right. That is the name of that
Steer
weirdo.
says she's still in spirit form, or we'd all be dead already. You've already done us a service in stopping
Awesome.
the binding.
Nika Fernandez, thank you.
But I need you to go talk to him, to see
Muchos
if Steer
gracias.
can tell us what to do next. He's Solitude's priest of Archay. He's the one who figured
Okay.
out Potema was still around. He'll
Oh,
help as
he
much
figured
as
it
he
out,
can.
not me. Okay. Muchas de nadas. Aha.
I wish you well, friend.
Okay.
Be quick.
Let's
I
go
have little
figure out some
patience for mundane
stuff.
concerns.
Oh, this. I'm gonna take that because
Keep
I
your hands
deserve.
to yourself.
No.
Thane Bri- I can always find time to share a word with a warrior.
Okay. Who are you?
Briling's I'm a Thane. In the future,
Thane.
you may want to gain that information before talking with someone.
Ooh. 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 Goat cheese. Ooh, look at this. Look, look, look. And all the cheeses, they belong to Mises. Oh, yeah.
Jarls.
Hello, sir.
Everyone, folks at court won't admit it.
Look at
but
all of
still
this
Stentor
wonderful,
scares
delectable
us all to
food.
death.
Even I could make a meal out of that. Oh. More cheese. Oh. Cheese, 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 if you please. Cheese, cheese, cheese. Aha. Here I will sing the cheese song. It's quite Gouda all day long. I have things wrong with me, and I'm completely okay with that. Okay. Now that we've picked up probably 30 pounds worth of cheese, where do we go next? Visit Proudspire Manor, your new house. Okay. I like the cheese song. Little leader, Pine Moon Cave. Find the journal. Investigate the Hall of the Dead. Clear the Forsworn from Kolskegger Mine. When I saw the horn at home, it was much more beautiful than the photo. Aha! Okay. Alright. That is very cool. The Wolf Queen. Awaken.
Awaken, 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 awaken.
Alright. So, we're gonna visit our house real quick. Because it says that we need to visit our house. Our house is this house. So we've got this really nice walkway right here. Ooh, Proudspire. This is a cool house. This is actually a really, really cool house. Thief of Virtue. The Talos Mistake. Olaf and the Dragon. Oh. Boink. I know it's my house, but I will still take the cheese from my own home. Because the cheese does not belong in this house. The cheese belongs elsewhere. Yeah. Easy cheesy, fresh and squeezy. Like easy cheese, squeezy cheese, spreadable cheese. I'm pretty okay with that. Ooh. All those iron ingots right there. And a goat head. If this was Evil Dead, that goat head would be like doing all kinds of weird stuff. Ooh. Oh, this here must be like where a children's room would be. Okay, that's fine. We don't need that. Silver ingot. Oh, look at all this stuff. Look at all of it. So cool. Oh, why would you have cheese in a bin right by the door outside? Aren't you worried about like debris on your cheese? Oh, it sounded so dumb. That's fine. That's so fine. Okay. Oops. That's not a doorway. This is a doorway. Into the Hall of the Dead.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend?
I am not planning any trouble, good sir. Oh, guys, check this out. I get some new stuff, too. I have my, A Killer's Confession decal sticker. This thing is gigantic. This thing is... In relation to the size of my cranium, this sticker is quite large. And also, I have my Killer's Confession bandana. So this thing is actually pretty cool, too. Check this out. It's got actually a really, really neat pattern on it. And it's not like a regular... Like, the material is significantly softer. It's single-sided. It's not double-sided. It's also substantially sized. So it's got the logo in the middle. And it's got all of the artwork all the way around the edge. This thing is cool. This thing is really, really, really cool. I like it. It's very impressive. And I didn't think it was going to be like as nice of a quality, but it's really, really, really nice. It's got a really good feel to it. For real, if you guys are not fans of A Killer's Confession, I tell you, they are great people and great musicians. Also, this man is stocked up on cheese, and it is now my cheese. He doesn't see me, so I will take the cheese.
You must be the one Falk spoke so highly of. Welcome.
Hello.
You mean Rogvir? Yes, I made an appeal to Captain Aldous. He allowed Rogvir to have a proper Nord burial.
It's a really cool bandana.
Custom in solitude.
All right.
Potema, former Queen of Solitude and one of the most dangerous necromancers in recorded history. She was responsible for the Empire's near collapse almost 500 years ago. I believe I have a book about her.
Potema has returned.
Is not raised from the dead.
I'm kind of hungry. All this talk of cheese has actually made me hungry.
For the moment,
you're looking for a new tent? Are you going to do camping, or what are you doing, Loader?
A few days ago,
I have a tent that I've owned for probably the better part of like 15 years. You have a lot of bandanas? I have a couple.
Yes, I had Falk call you back because you were at the summoning.
I like this. Wait, you want me to do this alone?
You must deal with her. I can provide you with help for her minions, though. This should help you deal with the catacombs themselves.
Okay.
Potema herself, find
Turn
what's left of her
undead
body,
added.
likely a
Potema's catacomb
Remove it
keys
from the
added.
catacombs
All right.
and bring it back to be sanctified by Arcade.
Kodiak canvas tent. 14 or 15 bandanas, like all different kinds of bandanas. One of my favorite bandanas is the Lucky's Garage. So Lucky, who is on Hot Rod Garage, he also is Mobile Tech Lucky, and he shows up on Motor Trend. He runs a shop. He's got bandanas that look like the old school gas mask for like old gasser style dragsters. So the old gas masks that drag racers used to wear. It's printed on a bandana, so if you fold it up, it actually looks like you have it on your face. It's kind of neat.
I believe I was. This city has a long history of.
Yep.
My books tell the stories.
Okay.
No doubt. As pretty as.
So we need to go. Where? Defeat Potema. Potema has been summoned from beyond the grave and is gathering power. Steer has given me the key to Potema's catacombs. I must enter the catacombs and prevent Potema from fully resurrecting by acquiring her bones.
Darkness is drawn to sun.
Okay. That's all right. We'll do that. We'll go grave robbing. We are grave robbing in the interests of people? Good people? I don't know. Yes, Melissa Headcase. Yes, indeed. Melissa Headcase, how are you today? I hope Monday is treating you well. Aren't you on the countdown until you're basically free for the summer? Oh my god. Here they come. Hide from them. Hide from all of them. Alright, so where do we actually need to go for this? I don't even remember. Defeat Potema. Oh, so she's like right around the corner. Days. Days! 3 of them! Okay. So, where exactly do we have to go to get into Potema's catacombs? Oh, you know what? It might be... Oh, yeah, see, there we go. It's... What's this? Salmon steak and apples. Hello.
I'm too old to work. You got nothing better to... You want to know the one
Okay,
truth
whatever,
I've
buddy.
learned in all my
That's fine. Into the Temple of the Divines, to which we will find our way into the catacombs.
Have you come seeking guidance? Hmm? Ah, yes.
Ah,
That once
yes.
held the shrine to Talos. But the worship of Talos was banned by the White Gold
Yeah,
Concordance
worship
some
of
time ago.
Talos was banned. That's right.
May knowledge of your divinity carry us through our daily trials.
Man, that's such a weird noise.
Let us walk in the
Okay,
steps
so
of the
how do we get down? We go up to go down?
To take a seat and pray at the shrines. We
How do we get down?
all its
Opens solitude. You made sloppy joes for dinner? I don't think that's being lazy. I think that's a rather ideal situation to go with.
Remind us of our place. Huh?
All right, how do we get there?
Blessing. The divines saved me. May you be saved by the divines.
All
as
right.
I once was.
Yeah, but oh, stairs down. We found some stairs to go down. This is, where's this go? I think sloppy joes would be fantastic. But that's me. That's me. Oh, I vaguely remember this one. This is, oop, cheese. 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 All the cheese. He's getting... So, did he move back there, or how was that going? And, Melissa Headcase, thank you so much for staying in touch with him. Next month I start my job because my health is so much better. I think, Nika Fernandez, I think that is fantastic. I really think that's awesome.
May knowledge of your divinity carry us through our daily trials.
Who's talking to me? Creeping me out. Okay, into Potema's catacombs. Because he went to North Carolina? North Carolina, right? And is he relocating there permanently, or how's that going? Because I am curious. And for real, Melissa Headcase, thank you for kind of being the go-between. It is appreciated. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. All right. Let's see. What can we find here? Because we gotta go take on a necromancer, effectively. Candlesticks. Empty bottles of wine. See, there's the artwork that we've bumped into before. In my last stream, they tell me that I look much... That is awesome. That is so awesome.
You arrived at last. The hero who prevented me from being bound returns
Yeah, I
to
kind of
my
did.
fold. I have
Potema.
much to thank you for, little one. When you die, I will raise you, and you can take your place by my side. You'll serve me soon enough.
I don't think so. I don't appreciate the way that you're talking to me, Potema. Ooh. That's a giant moose head. Infamous Blue Phoenix, the stream is going fantastic. How are you today? I hope everything is good. We are, whoa. We are underneath Solitude, and we are apparently killing some Droger. Someone has a military large tent on Craigslist near me. It's 18 foot by 54 foot. That's a huge tent, Loader. That is a gigantic tent. You would need a trailer just to haul around the tent for yourself. All right, let's go find... What are we looking for? Infamous Blue Phoenix, I hope you have had a fantastic weekend. I hope Monday is also treating you decently. We're stumbling around some catacombs. We are stumbling around some catacombs. Wow. This place is in disarray. I think someone needs to find their interior decorator and fire them. Fire the interior... Ooh, a hammer. And a chest. And that is an ebony battle axe, which we will take because it is worth a lot of money. Chains just randomly hanging from the ceiling. Hello. Good day. And good night. Oh. I don't think so. You ain't getting me. Perfect. Oh, bother. Oh, it's a vampire. Why is there a vampire down here? Nope. No, you're not resurrecting nothing right now. It is a gigantic tent. Absolutely 100% correct that that is a massive, massive tent. It's been idle for 3 hours and 6 minutes. So, Melissa Headcase, have you played any more Evil Dead over the weekend? And I would like to know what your thoughts are, because you have also played Dead by Daylight. And now you've played the Ash vs. Evil Dead. Crypt key. Okay. Dwarven arrows. See, I want those boots. I want those boots. Those are cool boots. I would wear those boots. Lockpicking increases to 92. Wow, that's a really potent book. Okay. Pushing further onward. Just played a few games with my husband. It's really hard compared to Dead by Daylight. Yeah, there is a significant portion of skill that is involved in that game. Oh, hello. Are you going to come alive? No, you're not. But something else is. Creeper. Okay, dealt with him. Yeah, that's a very good question, Infamous Blue Phoenix, because chances are it was probably like heavy canvas. Yeah. Melissa Headcase, you have all the skill that you need, so don't you worry about that. Thanks God! Lit me on fire. Why did it light me on fire? Because I wasn't paying attention. That's fine. We used to have an old 12-man canvas army tent for our group of friends at car shows. We used to haul it and its poles around in a custom-made trailer that also has a barbecue mounted on it to make made from an old 6-foot compressor tank. That's genius. That's actually a really genius idea. Yep. Iron swords, hanging moss. Okay. All right. Nope. We're good. We're good. We didn't get burned too badly. And we're gonna steal some gold off of a corpse. Throw the lever. The lever! And that guy goes down. It has a big rig style exhaust stack. Oh, dude, that is cool. That is way too cool. Everything just kind of lit up really bright there all of a sudden, which is slightly alarming. Yeah, see, this guy's getting up down there. Apparently I killed him. Let me find... Dude, yes, I would love to see that, because that sounds awesome. I have friends who have a small block 350 style grill, and you basically lift up... It's got a lever on it where you pretty much lift up the top half of the engine. It looks just like a Chevy 350. It's got header pipes on it, like everything. It's cool. All the chrome, everything else. Oh, I can't reclaim my arrow? That's unfortunate. 10 I have now is 14 by 9, but is starting to get near the end of its life. It was very hot today and yesterday. Today was just above 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Yesterday was probably close to 90. It was almost 90. It actually seems to have cooled down substantially. I've got my fans going. We had a lot of rain earlier today as well. Let's see. It is... You know, but the thing about it is, we went from having, like, 50-degree weather. Yeah, it's 70 degrees right now outside. But we went from having 50-degree weather to, like, 90-degree weather. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Spring was like non-existent. You are 100% correct. Here in Spain, we are in summer. It is very hot. Today, I sweat a lot. Yes, it is very, very hot. How many seasons do you have in Spain? Do you have all 4 seasons? Spring, summer, fall, and winter? New England has all 4 seasons. But if you went down to Florida, you would have basically like summer and spring, like all year long. Kind of want his boots. He's got cool boots. Now, is it grave robbing if you take the boots off of a droger? Potentially? My neighbors are going to laugh at me this summer, but I'm going to buy one of the big 12-foot cow water tanks and use it as a soaking pool. I mean, whatever works for you, dude. Ooh, what's this? $36 degrees centigrade in Malaga. Okay. Yeah, that sounds very warm. That sounds very, very warm. Who are you? You get an arrow to the head. You're a vampire night stalker who took barely any damage from my arrow. I don't appreciate this. Oh, there we go. All right, we're good. I'll drill sides and install a filter system. I would hate living somewhere without 4 seasons. I like the 4 seasons, and honestly, fall. Okay, so fall and spring. In fall, you have amazing foliage up here. You have some of the most incredibly beautiful sights that you will ever see. The vibrant colors, the reds, the golds, the orange, the yellow. It is breathtaking. If you go up to, say, like the White Mountains and you travel to Kangamangas in the fall season when you're at peak foliage, A, you're going to run into all the traffic in the world because everybody wants to go look at the foliage up there. And B, you will be completely blown away by how it looks because it is utterly jaw-dropping. And I say this in not any kind of, like I'm not even messing with you. It is beautiful. Beautiful. The bad part here is if it's super hot like this and then gets cold suddenly, that usually comes with storms and tornadoes. And I only like one ha ha ha. It's funny, Melissa Case. Thank you. Alright, back to the Bow of Shadows. Pennsylvania was like winter, spring, second winter, nope, no summer, fall, winter. Yeah, Pennsylvania is weird. And also depending on which part of Pennsylvania you go to. Vampire Night Stalker. That's a creepy vampire. What is this? Ah, it's getting up out of the water, and that's creeping me out. Here in winter, it... Oh boy, what's going on here? You get nothing, sir! Nothing! Here in winter, it snows, and in summer, we have tropical temperatures. It sounds very much like New England. New England has some very humid summers, and we have some pretty interesting winters. All right, anything else going to kind of come up and attack me? I hope not. Okay. Oh. Well then, don't you know? Yeah, New England has some really, really interesting winters. Alright. Where are we going? Anything over here? Hello? Knock, knock. Alright, there are the steps. That's a waterfall. It's a rather nice little scenic underground cave over here. Barbecue pictures in Discord general pics. Last picture you can see my old red 87 Z28. I am excited about seeing this because that is cool. Dude, that is awesome. I think you did show us, yeah. Also, I like the color on your Z28. I really do. Okay, the fact that that thing has seats like that, that trailer is incredible. That trailer is awesome. Also, someone has a Tigger backpack. That's kind of funny as well. I can get behind that. Because who wouldn't want a Tigger? The flames belching out of that barbecue are nothing less than awesome. It was a proper social gathering point. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. You would like to visit the States. I have visited many countries of the European Union. England, Scotland, Germany, Bratislava, Budapest, Hungary, etc. Nika Fernandez, you are very well traveled. You are very, very well traveled. Oh, hello. Good night. And goodbye. You are far more traveled than I ever could possibly imagine to be. The flames was from lighter fluid-soaked tissues. We dropped down the dude, that's awesome. I think that's brilliant. That is so cool. We'll take that. Just because. That's fantastic. And that's fun. As long as you guys had fun, that's what counts. Alright, let's disarm the trigger trap. If anyone ever comes to Oklahoma, I have a spare room. You know, honestly, I can't say that I ever really imagined that I would be visiting Oklahoma. What's this? That's really weird. But, you know, stranger things have happened. I went to Atlanta, Georgia, for crying out loud. Use a grindstone. What would we be using a grindstone for? Okay. It really is I will take your word for it. Activate the lever. Allow the door to rotate to the open position. And deactivate. Hold on. Oh. There we go. Now it's perfect. Now it's perfect. You know, they're feeding me potions of healing, filters of strength. It's almost like we're going to be involved in a boss battle. If you ever visit Spain, you are welcome. I will show you everything. Spain is certainly a place that seems like it would be very interesting to visit. I would love to visit Germany, however, and try to find like where my grandmother lived, where my roots are. You have a fear of airplanes. Okay, so you'll have to drive there, Melissa Headcase. I've only ever been on a plane the one time to and from Atlanta.
Like you, and I took an arrow in the knee.
Cake burrito. What is going on? How are you? Yeah, like, so here's the thing. Everybody was like, ooh, you're gonna be afraid on an airplane. Woo! And it's like, why am I gonna be afraid on an airplane? More than anything, I'm just gonna get annoyed that you're talking at me like I'm an idiot. Hit or miss. I don't know what I'm doing for dinner tonight. I don't really actually... What am I doing? I'm doing fantastic. Cheese for everybody. So, that said... Running quite good. Flying is one of the safest modes of transportation. Absolutely, yeah. It really is. And, like, excuse me, I had goldfish in my mouth because of someone. So, for me, the biggest issue was the anxiety surrounding the airport experience. Thank you, Nika Fernandez. And we bring up the different mug for the day until we replace the other mug. Cake Burrito, thank you again for joining us on Friday. I greatly appreciate it. And Hilo as well, thank you for joining us on Friday from Court Knight's raid. And we certainly have to make sure that Court Knight actually picks up Forza Horizon 5 so that he can indulge in some tomfoolery with us the next time we go a-racing. So, Today, this is our temporary replacement, because what happened is along the bottom, right on the bottom, there's a bottom piece that connects to the side, and the mug I have is actually horn. It's probably like ox horn, like most of the other ones found on Amazon. And the bottom is bonded to the horn. So if something got too hot, if something got too cold, if there was some different expansion and contraction, something cracked, and now it leaks like crazy right out the bottom. Which is unfortunate. But it's okay. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. It's, you know, this is the replacement, and it is the Valhalla Java Odin Force blend. So this mug is a mighty mug indeed. Although I do really miss my mug that came from the New Hampshire Highland Games. But Hilo, yes, we will definitely need to stay on Court Night, because to have him involved in some of the tomfoolery of our racing would be a grand adventure indeed. It would be hilarious, if you will. Oh. Arrow to the head. Gonna get you before you get me. Oh. Weep. This guy's gonna turn into a pincushion, is what's gonna happen. Adios, buddy. Alright. So now that we've seen him on his way to the next world, I really wish that those weapons could be improved. Like, this thing's cool. This is a really, really, really cool looking axe, and I really honestly wish that it was... Adios, muchacho. Yes, indeed. I really wish weapons like this were more viable in this game, but they're not, and it's really too bad. Alright, where are we going? Did we come down here, or... Oh yeah, okay, no, we came down here, and we saw that guy over there. He was gonna get the jump on us, but we saw him. So now we're gonna go sneaking through here, because we are a Khajiit. We are like the knight. We're gonna go stream, Need for Speed, Heat. Oh yeah, Cake Burrito. Absolutely, man. Thank you for stopping by. I greatly appreciate it. The minor healing. Oh. Open this gate, and you are another vampire! Why is it vampires who are trying to bring back Fatima? Oh, because she's a necromancer, that's right. Oh, bummer. I'm gonna make a mess out of this. That's all there is to it. I'm just gonna make a mess out of this. All right, so slowly but surely we will do that one, and then nope. This one. Stop that one there, and there we go. There we go. Oh. Okay. All right, no, that worked out good. I wish there was more stuff like that. I wish there was more puzzles, more like weird different stuff to really... Vampire dust. See? There are those vampire boots again. Now I am listening to all the songs on the radio of Fallout New Vegas 3 and 4. Fantastic! That is awesome. That is some... Oh. Oh. What does this do? I have no idea what this does. Those are really, really, really great radio stations. Okay. Oh, this puts us right here. Okay. Oh, that's cool. So, it's kind of funny. Now that I'm actually playing the Evil Dead video game, I am also rewatching Ash vs. Evil Dead on Netflix. So if you have Netflix, Ash vs. Evil Dead is available to watch, and it's so funny. It is so funny. Pablo, Ash, Kelly, they're all just ridiculously fantastic characters. And I've met Kelly before, Dana De Lorenzo. Evil Dead on Ash vs. Evil Dead on Netflix. Yes. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. Oop. That's gonna hurt me. Oop, that's also gonna hurt me. That. Oh. Alright. Almost died. Okay, there we go. Let's heal up again. Your Netflix account expired today? Why? What happened? Or did you just kind of let it go? Oh no, Nika Fernandez, do not apologize. Your English is fantastic. Your English is some of the best English. So don't you worry about it. Where are we going? We are going through this door. Into... Okay. Alright. Where are we going? Let's investigate. You have Netflix for free? Awesome. Ooh.
You've come far, Morton. No doubt you seek to enter Potema Sanctum.
Oh, hello. A blooded vampire. I don't think so, buddy. Okay. Potema's Sanctum key. Vampire boots. Vampire robes. Alright, and then we've got this guy right here, who I don't want to deal with you. A Death Lord. He's got cool armor, too. Ah! Well, you don't. Don't point at me, sir. I don't appreciate... There we go. Now we took care of him. Netflix, I've been really waiting for more stuff to come out. And it just hasn't been lately. There just hasn't been a lot of good stuff on Netflix. Alright, what do you got that's cool? You don't have anything that's cool. I'll just take your axe out of spite. And I could potentially... Ooh, hey. Sanctum key. And I could sit in this throne. I could sit in this throne and be kind of awesome. I wish this had a better photo mode. Because I share my games and PlayStation account in exchange for being shared. Okay. That is cool. What is down there and how do we get down there? I don't know, and I don't think it really matters much. Okay. Alright. Sneak. Potema's Sanctum. Alright. Let's go... Let's kind of go take care of, good old Potema. Who are you? Wait a minute. A Volcar vampire? Nika Fernandez, thank you so much. And we're gonna just... Nope. All done. Oh, nope, nope, nope. Nope, vitamin nope. Found family is probably the best trope for any genre. Not a terrible genre. I will say found family is probably a pretty decent one to add to the mix. But barred from entry, what is going on? How are you this evening? I hope Monday is treating you well. And I hope your weekend was also just as good. You are my favorite stream. Nika Fernandez, thank you. Thank you so much for that. It means a lot. And I really appreciate all of you being here. And thank you, Nika Fernandez. For real. And you know what? I'm still saying that, beyond a shadow of a doubt, you guys should absolutely be following Nika Fernandez. Awesome streamer. For real. And a very skilled streamer. Way more skilled than I am. Way more skilled than I am. And Fallout 4. I have considered playing Fallout 4. I would like to play Fallout 4 again. It's been a long time since I played Fallout 4. Cake burrito with the luck. Oop. Somebody. Oh. Ah. I like how quickly we draw this bow. This bow is like a machine gun. Ah! That was a skeleton. And that's another Draugr down the pipe. You've only ever played Fallout 76? Oh, you are missing out on a refined moonstone. Well, no, you're not missing out on a refined moonstone. You are missing out on a really great experience. Both Fallout 3, Fallout 4, and Fallout New Vegas are wonderful titles in the series. And honestly, I tend to like Fallout New Vegas a lot more than I like Fallout 3. But that, oh my goodness. What on earth is going on here? I mean, I guess I could be picky and search through all of them.
Not much better. Come to me. Serve me in death.
She kind of creeps me out a little bit. Your husband is big. Oh, bother. Oh, bother. Yeah, the Fallout games are a lot of fun because of the variety of gameplay that they have available to you. The New Vegas was actually really good in that it had a system that you could add weapon modifications, and it was actually really kind of cool. But now you can in Fallout 4, wrong window. I almost flew because of the Fus Roda from the Draugr Deathlord over here. Right, did we? Oh, we did. Okay. You know what's kind of funny? You know what's actually really kind of funny? And I'm going to point this out. If you notice her hair looks like a butt, it kind of reminds me of Gary Oldman from Bram Stoker's Dracula. And I don't know why. It just does. Like the butt hair. Yeah. This is a big catacomb. You were thinking the same thing. See? Great minds think alike, my friend. Great minds think alike. But yeah, it was... Oh. It was like the butt hair from Gary Oldman. Ow.
My inner council. Let's see.
Can I do anything?
Don't applaud yourself too soon, worm.
I'm just gonna start firing arrows indiscriminately. We didn't want that to pop up in her face. Beep. Frost attack. Thanks to Skyrim, I knew... You know what? Yes, it was Skyrim that that brought you over. That was very early on in Skyrim. And it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Ouch. It was a lot of fun. What do we got going on here? Oh, we missed him. Oh, we got him. Hachi Machi! What? Where is this? Where is he? There he is. Say hello to my little friend. Oh. Well, this is unfortunate. Oh no, well, maybe not. Ha. And Nika Fernandez, thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much for finding our channel and you know, becoming, you know, we all create this community. And it's not one person or another who who makes a community. We all do. All of, this is not good. We all make a community. Gonna lurk now. Melissa Headcase, lurk away, my friend. Lurk away. Thank you for being around, though. Gonna have them slappy joes. Defeat Potema. Retrieve Potema's remains. We didn't kill the last guy yet. We almost killed the last guy. I was looking at a trip I think would be very cool. It's a train trip from Chicago to Fairbanks, Alaska. It's an 18-day trip. Holy cow. That actually sounds pretty cool. It actually sounds very cool. We are not going to collect stuff from every single one of these corpses. Thanks to Storm, I met SnowRunner, and I love this game because I am also fascinated by cars. Ooh, jeez. Doing crazy stuff. Uh-oh. You know what, Nika Fernandez? I think that's awesome. And it's so cool that you enjoy... Oh. Uh-oh. It's so cool that you enjoy SnowRunner. I love SnowRunner. And we are going to be doing more SnowRunner. Oh, boy. How do we... Daedric's Sword of Thunderbolts. This is cool. I love SnowRunner. And there's still, luckily, some more stuff I can do with SnowRunner. So I will be playing more SnowRunner on stream as well. And when the new DLC comes out, I will also be playing the new DLC again. And that is Potema's Skull. Return to Falk Firebeard and give Potema's remains to Styr. Legend of Crately House. Alright, we'll just take all that stuff. Take all of it. I like stuff. Collect stuff. Oh. Well, this is interesting. It all looks so, like, slick and wet, but I know it's supposed to be icy and cold. And it's very interesting if we're right over in Solitude. Oh. What's this? Hello. A steel helmet. And... goodbye. Oh, another Overlord. Why don't you sit down, buddy? Oop. No, you don't. You're not pointing at me. Go away! Go away! I do not wish to... Oh. Good night. Okay. We made that happen. But no, a train trip from Chicago to Alaska. Alaska always seems like such an amazing place to go visit. How about we... Alright. Just put the helmet there. Nothing there? Nope. Okay, we're fine. Open to Skyrim. Alright. Out to Skyrim. Okay. How on earth did we wind up all the way up here? Filter of destruction. Sort of like appetite for destruction. Alright. Well, this is unique and interesting. Ow. How on earth? Wow, we wound up in a really weird area. So, which one heads back to... Relic! Sun's out, guns out! Actually, it was damn warm earlier today. And Vlad, my guy! What is happening? How are you? Also, I have no idea where I am. I'm feeling that I'm rather lost here in the snowy tundra of Skyrim. Vlad, what is happening? Relic, so good to see you, dude. And 16 months. 16 months we've been on this wild, wacky, crazy ride. And how nutty is that? It's kind of bonkers, if you ask me. Kinda bonkers. Was getting messed up on Call of Duty? Well, I think you should get messed up with us on Evil Dead. Just throwing it out there. It's a fun game! Even though Puma really doesn't like it. 16 months and I wouldn't trade a single second of it. Relic. That means a lot. That means a whole hell of a lot, dude. Thank you for that. For real. Evil Dead. Evil Dead is the game of the day. Evil Dead has been... Wow, we're all the way over here. That's bonkers. You should look into it. We were playing yesterday. Actually, I was playing over the weekend, and it was a lot of fun. It has characters from Ash vs. Evil Dead and Evil Dead 1, Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness. So you can be 4 different versions of Ash. And I certainly hope that you don't think that, like, it's definitely different than Dead by Daylight. Everybody wants to compare it to Dead by Daylight. It is not Dead by Daylight. Think of it like...
What can I do for you, friend?
Think of it like Call of Duty Warzone with a 4-man team. And the antagonist of the map is the Kandarian demon.
You've returned. Excellent.
There you go. Here's her remains, good sir.
I'll sanctify the remains.
Evil. Yeah, it's unfortunate. So Puma went into it without actually figuring out, I think, if you play it like DBD, you are going to fail 100,000%. Oh, assist the people of Harfinger. Okay, so we've done more to assist people, so this is acceptable. Ooh, hey, look at this. There's some more cheese, and we are taking that cheese because we own all the cheese in Skyrim.
You've returned.
Yes.
Successfully.
I'm hoping that you don't think that piece of bread is yours either, because we will steal that bread right out from under you. Yeah, you can't play this game like you play Dead by Daylight. Nika Fernandez! Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's 4 people, and they need to actually communicate. They need to actually work together. They can't constantly bone over the other one in terms of gear, in terms of weapons. It doesn't work well. So here's an example about the new Evil Dead game. Every single chest or crate that you find that contains items scattered around the map also has a chance to pop out a couple of these things called Pink F. And if you know what Pink F is from Ash vs. Evil Dead, it is exactly that. And what it does is it allows you to, during the game, upgrade your stats for that particular game. Oh, the rain just started. I can hear the rain outside right now. Even splitting into groups of 2 isn't... Yes, it honestly, it is a significant difficulty bump for the players if you decide to separate. I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. Hulk, fire me in.
You've done a great thing today. It doesn't
We took care of Potema. So the interesting thing, when I was playing, my character, I'm playing Eric the Red from Army of Darkness, and he is awesome because he is a melee-centric character, and he is able to paste most low-level Kandarian demon summons. Excuse me.
Make no mistake, we consider you a protector
And
of solitude.
the Kandarian demon decided to spawn demon after demon after demon after demon at me. And I proceeded to lay the smackdown on demon after demon after demon after demon.
With the court? I won't forget what you've done for solitude.
All right. Where'd she go? Did she just wander off? Loveless Pond! How are you, my friend? How was the FIFA the other day? It appeared that you didn't go nearly as long as you had been playing the other day. But it looked like you were having a pretty good time up until that other dude disconnected on you. He might be on Skyrim, but he's got the guns out today. It's just really warm today. I have opted for slightly less clothing. No, not slightly less clothing. I still have a shirt on, but I also still have pants on, so there's that. It was like 80 degrees when I got home. It has since cooled down to about 70, and I hear all of the rain falling outside. We had an unbelievable amount of rain earlier this afternoon. I mean, it was so much rain falling that you couldn't see across the parking lot. It was that much rain. It was something else entirely. Right, so I don't really know where we have to go, but I do know where I want to go. FIFA was fun. It was much later than when I was live the first time. Ah, okay. All right. I try to, I think I only lost 2 or 3 matches all night. That is awesome. I try to pop in, I try to lurk in the background, and I just try to, you know, I try to be supportive of everyone who comes by and is supportive of me. I greatly appreciate it. While FIFA might not be my game of choice, that's okay. You enjoy it, and that's what counts. And I think that's awesome. All right, so let's unburden ourselves. Oh my goodness, we have so much cheese. We have... Oh, it is so much cheese. Really do appreciate you showing support. My schedule has been inconsistent, so I'm grateful to you and everyone. Yeah, absolutely, man. And it definitely helps when any of you guys who do also stream. Yes it is. Yes it is, as a matter of fact, Relic. Any of you guys who post up in the Discord for the self-promotion channel, if you're going live, post there. I really want you to post there because that is your spot to say, hey, I'm doing my thing. Come check me out if you want to. Oh, so much more cheese. More cheese. Oh, we kept the pogfish. Okay. Can you help me with subscriber icons for my channel? I don't know how to put it. Subscriber icons. Like the up at the very top. Oh, there is so much cheese all over the place. Oh, look at it piled high here. There is a cream tart that is right over there that looks delectable. Delectable. Where is it? This guy. Nope, wrong one. This one. This guy, right here. Burns! So good to see you, my friend. We have a bounty of cheese today. We have just finished dropping off a ton of cheese. So we have piles upon piles upon piles of cheese. Sepphoris with the Viking war horn. So glad to hear it, my friend. Everything is good. I hope everything is going good with all of you guys. I hope that your weekend was good, and I hope Monday is treating you pretty decent so far. I am like kneecap deep. Loveless Pawn, thank you very much, my friend. I am like kneecap deep in cheese right now, and it's kind of impressive. I'm almost impressed with it myself. No, I lie. I am impressed with it. It's fun stuff. And it's funny too. If you look all the way across, there's a broom right over there on the other side of the house. And it's like, if we took this broom, we wouldn't be able to do anything. Home from work, how's everyone? I'm doing pretty good today. We are here. Yes, this is every single piece of cheese that we encounter, we lay claim to as our own. For we are McMittens, the were-kitten. Fusroda, okay. Let's Fusroda some of this. It's exploding cheese is what it is. Love it. Love it. Brilliant idea. It's like if you genetically crossed cheese with popcorn, and then that's what you got. It's exploding cheeses. I'm a fan. I'm gonna have to make like a goofy video of that, I think. It's just too fun not to. It's great. Alright, what do we do now? I don't even know what we have. And you know, most of the cheese we stole...
Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands
okay.
only.
Korea?
Let's see here. Looks like that's
what do you
it.
got?
Got to go.
Items added. So now we have to go sift through all of our stuff to figure out what it was that this dude just gave us. I don't want Strom's diary. Or note. Let's see. Vigilant Enforcer, Vono's journal, Stobin's diary. Nope. Stable Hands note. Nope. Oh, Thunderbolt. Solitude home decorating guide. Yes. Sepphoris, absolutely. Set this. Oh, that's a book we took with us. CD Guard's note. Nope, not that. Research log. Hit fighter's note on the bitter cup. Notes on the blacksmith. Nope. That wasn't it. Lunar Forge. Linnell's note? No. Lion and Lure? No. Letter from a friend. McMittens, you caused a bit of a stir in Breeze Home when you demonstrated the power of your Thum. Not everyone is anxious for the return of the Dragonborn. I, for one, desire to see you grow and develop your talents. Skyrim needs a true hero these days. Should you turn your attention to Ironbind Barrow, I understand it holds a mysterious source of power that can only be unlocked by the Dragonborn. Okay. I don't know if that was it. Nope. Nope. Letter from Edward? Calselmo. Oh, let sleeping wolves lie. Friend, we seek your aid. Find the necromancer and the strange creatures. A dark necromancer has been attacking innocents along the northern coast, accompanied by strange creatures who do his every bidding. I trust you can help us with this troublesome matter and investigate on our behalf. Bulgir Bearclaw. The only Bearclaw I want to see is the one that you would get from a bakery that is delectable with cinnamon, apple. I would love a Bearclaw right about now. Greg's journal. Man, we've got so much garbage that we carry. I am a pack rat, and I am awful about it. I am just an awful, awful pack rat, and I fully admit that.
Helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
She did just, like, appear out of nowhere. Refined malachite, quicksilver. Is it quicksilver that I want for... You know what? I'll take all of it. I don't care. We'll take all of the dwarven metal ingots that you have as well. All of the iron ingots. We'll take those. We'll take those. Steel. Take all that too. And oh my goodness. Okay. Shield of Solitude. Where did I get a Shield of Solitude from? Oh, you know what? Soda blasting Jesus. Hasn't that man suffered enough? No, apparently he doesn't. He died for your sins after all. Oh, never mind, I read your message wrong. No, I think you might have read his message exactly how you wanted it interpreted, my friend. Shield of Solitude. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it, because it seems like a good shield. Let's see. Ebony battle axe. Ebony swords. Ebony axes. I like this stuff. Panzerly! Long day at work? Nika Fernandez, thank you very much. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out. What's going on, Panzerly? It has been... Well, it's not been a long day. It's been a Monday. Certainly been a Monday. We're here, we're relaxing, we're kicking back, and we're just goofing off. We have added more cheese to our breeze home. Today for lunch, I had a rather wonderful meatball sub. It's like 8 o'clock. I'm kind of hungry. Getting to be about that time. Oh, wait a minute.
Looking to protect yourself or deal some...
we need to make sure that we have sold him everything. So we want to sell... We're going to sell everything that we need to sell. Daedric's Sword of Thunderbolts. 36 damage. Not bad. Oh, I know the feeling there. Oh, yeah. We could sell that battle axe, too. We could sell all of this stuff. Although I definitely want to keep the crossbow. The important thing is you added some cheese to the house. Oh, yes, we did. And we Fusrodad right in that corner. And we had a cheese explosion, my friend. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. Yeah, still haven't replaced the Ebony Spell Knight boots. Probably should with something else. I picked up Chinese food on my way home from work, and yes, the cheese is most important. Oh, 100%.
Nope. Sorry. Nothing.
Nothing else. Okay, that's fine. All right. Back to Hendraheim. It occurs to me that now we have more dwarven ingots, and potentially we have some other stuff. Is it Moonstone? Elven is refined Moonstone, of which we have one. We have one bar. That's fine. So what we can do is we can chop some more wood right here. I would love Chinese food right about now. I was actually thinking about sushi earlier today, and how amazing that would be. I would love sushi. I don't know about you guys. I love Chinese food. I love Japanese food. I love Thai food. I love Indian food. Italian. What have you? A smorgasbord Sushi would definitely have been a good idea as well. Yeah. Ah, man. Sushi. I like sushi, and it is a crying shame it is as expensive as it is, or else I would probably turn into a fish from the quantity of sushi. I had a great spicy crab roll the other day. That sounds good. Sounds really good. I like spicy sushi. It's got just enough flavor and just enough, you know, a little bit of a tingle for your tongue. I'm a huge fan of yellowtail. I love tuna. I love salmon. The crazy maki would be great with soft shell crab. That would be good right now too. And if I keep continuing to talk down this road, I'm probably going to end up calling in an order to the local Japanese establishment. I always get wasabi to go. Every sushi place that I go to, they give you the pickled ginger for the palate cleanser. They give you the little packets of soy sauce, and then they give you some, they always give you the blob of wasabi. You can't do anything without that blob of wasabi. I mean, that's where it's at. So elven, let's make some elven arrows. And then let's go down to some dwarven arrows. So too much firewood, that's alright though. Chitin, bone mold, building materials. We can make some building materials, but I don't think that really needs anything. I got lemon chicken and an egg roll. I've saved some rice to make veggie fried rice. Ooh. I really want to go to hibachi again, because the fried rice they make in front of you for the hibachi is about 100 times better than the fried rice that you get from the container.
Shake and bake! Does that feel good?
Yeah. Shake and bake! Now I know where I'm going for lunch tomorrow. Awesome idea. We can make some jewelry too. 6 bone hawk feathers and a bone hawk skull. Ooh, that would be so cool to make. Actually, can we make anything else? No. Steel. What is the riddle of steel, Conan? We have an all-you-can-eat sushi bar. That is clutch right there. That is absolutely clutch. There is an all-you-can-eat sushi place, and they closed for a while during, like, pandemic-y kind of stuff, because, you know, you kind of can't have an all-you-can-eat sushi establishment. Oh, I never know. Oh, dude. I never noticed you could actually see the water from there. That is cool. And I like the way that this sky looks right now, because this is cool. Nika Fernandez, thank you. To all of you, thank you. Long stream, hope you're having fun. Flavio Souza, thank you for stopping on in. I am having a blast today. We have had a very good day of finding cheese in the deepest, darkest dungeons of Skyrim. We have also stolen cheese from the castle. Yeah, we're doing pretty good today. We're doing pretty good. It is, yeah, we got about 3 hours. This is about kind of how long we sort of go for. But you know what? Right now, I'm taking in all of this. This is what I like. I love this game for its incredible visuals. Oh yes, Flavio Souza, I don't think that you've seen what we do. Let's kind of head back over. Go to Whiterun for you. Because in Whiterun, we have our breeze home. And it has become a cheese repository. Oh no, all for you, my friend. All for you. This is our breeze home. We are knee-deep in cheese. It's all right there. And we even have exploding cheese. Yes, we do. And I love it. Yes. Anywhere there is cheese, it belongs to us. We are the cheese thief of Skyrim. We are McMittens the Khajiit, who just happens to be wearing a saber cat skull, which is a little bit weird when you consider that he's an anthropomorphic cat, who's also a werewolf. So that does happen. Look at him. Look at him. He's you kind of want to like just tickle him, just tickle him a little bit, and he's just like hee 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 hee. No, cats don't giggle like that. Even Khajiit, I don't imagine, would giggle like that. Don't mind me. That's just me getting a little bit weird with all of this, but that's fine. But this is what we do. We goof off and we have fun, is what we do. to fund expansion for the cheese repository. Loveless Bond, thank you for that. I greatly appreciate it. We're having a hell of a time here today. But yeah, I mean, this is what we do. We're just wandering Skyrim.
That. Cheese for no one.
Cheese for no one. Nika Fernandez, you too. Thank you. All right, so we'll head back over. Let's get more then. Oh, man. But it is coming to the end of our little journey that we typically go on every Monday here. And we end usually where we start, which is right over here on our... This is kind of our starting finishing rock, because it basically gives me the best vantage point to overlook and see all of the cool stuff. Nika Fernandez, thank you again. You are awesome. But this is our valley. That is our waterfall. There's probably some dragon who lives up there too, but I'm not going to poke around. Need to build a shed for the cheese. I would love to build a shed for the cheese. Yeah, Flavio Souza, we've been live for like 3 hours, and usually we do like 3 hours. Usually it's about 3 hours. It's been a fun night. I am hungry, however, because we have been having a conversation about sushi, Chinese food. Oh, it's okay. I appreciate you coming by, though. I really, really appreciate you stopping on in. And thank you for that. Really thank you for that. It's awesome of you. Now, here's the big question. Where do we go from here? Who's online? Who's doing what? Nika Fernandez, thank you. I was helping a new streamer I met. That is an awesome thing to do. It is always an awesome thing to do. If you find someone that you appreciate what they do, if you enjoy the thing that they do, it is their content of their conversation, the game that they are playing, the way that they carry themselves, it is always a good thing to support someone. Hands down. I've certainly appreciate all that stuff. And we're here to have fun. We're here to goof off. We're here to unwind after a long day. Kick back, put our feet up. And that's where we're at. So, with that said, let's see who's kicking around. So, Bjorn the Silencer just went live. He's a good dude. But, you know what? You guys will like this. Oh, yeah. Flavio Souza. What is... Yeah, give us the name of the individual. I would be more than happy to check stuff out. Buenas noches, Nika Fernandez. You are a legend. You are just that awesome. Yeah, we are about past 8 o'clock. I'm hungry too. I had a really great meatball sub for lunch, and it was fantastic. But yeah, Flavio Souza, shoot me that name, and let's go check things out. Because we did have options. Doing Batman Arkham Knight. Nika Fernandez, thank you. All right. Let's copy and paste this to see that I don't goof things up. Batman, you know, I've never actually played one of those games, and I really kind of feel bad about it because they are supposedly fantastic games. Fantastic games. All right, you know what? This guy's cool. Flavio Souza, this is what we're going to do. So we are going to go raid on out to this guy. And we're going to check out Batman Arkham Knight. Because these are cool games, and I really appreciate watching these games. Yes, exactly. Fubar, 100%. That's why I feel so bad about not watching them. No, thank you, Flavio Souza, for pointing us in that direction. Melissa Headcase, we are wrapping things up because I am starving. Hilo, thank you again. All right, let's head on over. This guy's a new streamer. Let's show some love, all right? Because everybody's been there. You can go to sleep then? All right, Melissa Headcase, that's fine. All right, guys. So, Greasy Procedure. That is a very unique and interesting name right there. And I thank you for following, dude. And you caught us right at the tail end. We're going to go over, we're going to raid on in to Cadix, and we're going to go check out Arkham Knights. So that's what we're going to do. We'll be back tomorrow. We're going to be here 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Makes me think Trailer Park Boy. Yes, Trailer Park Boys. Greasy Phil, Philadelphia Phil Collins. Yes. And on that note, guys, I am Storm of Iron. You are all awesome. Don't ever forget it. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll play something, maybe wrap up Valhalla. Until then.